Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are looking at some of my favorite vintage G-Shock watches. So let's get started. So what I have in front of me here is the G-Shock 35th Anniversary Perfect Bible. So basically this book was launched in 2018 when G-Shock celebrated 35th anniversary. So one of the cool things about this particular Perfect Bible is that it has got a list and also a picture of all the watches that were made from 1983, since when G-Shock started, till 2018. So lots and lots of G-Shock watches inside of this book. If you haven't got one of these books, my advice, don't get it. Yes, I mean it, don't get it, because as soon as you get this book and you browse through all the watches, it's gonna burn a hole in your wallet. Jokes aside, let's get started looking at some of the watches. So I'm going to use this book to guide me through the list of watches that we have over here. So I'm going to start with the earliest one, which is the original G-Shock model, which is the DW-5000C-1A. So this watch was launched in the month of April in 1983. Module code 240. Back then it cost 11,400 Japanese yen, and this is how the watch looks like. Now the watch that I have over here is pretty much in a mint condition. It does have some usage marks here, so some light scratches, and also the bands are not really in great condition. But this is the original one, guys. This is the first ever G-Shock model that was launched, the DW-5000C. So that's the first vintage model that I would like to share with you guys. Next, let's move on to another one of my favorite watches. So for that, we need to flip the books to a few pages later, and we arrive to that particular watch, which is the DW-8310D-1. Now this is the watch that I'm talking about. It's one of the most coolest looking watch that I have. I really like it because of its really different types of design, and it's really chunky, pretty thick, and this watch has got this cool looking wing configuration, so that when you wear it on the wrist, it's pretty comfortable. The only thing that you need to be wary of is, for some, it may be too large of a watch and not so comfortable to be worn. Now there is something cool about this watch. So this watch has got a nickname called Stargate, and the reason for that is one of the main characters in the Stargate SG-1 television series, the General Jack O'Neill, he was wearing this watch. Hence this watch gained quite a lot of popularity for those who are watching that hit series back in the 90s. So this is another cool looking watch that I have from the 90s. Okay, let's put that aside and move on to the next one in the list. So the next one in the list is pretty much just below over here. So it's called the DW-8600 model. So now this model is also named as the Fisherman model. So this was launched in 1996 for 21,000 Japanese yen. This is the watch that I have over here. Now this comes in this really cool looking yellow color accent. So the buttons are also yellow in color. The watch has got really nice features. For example, it has got moon phase, tide graph. You can also see, if I put back here, you can also see the temperature. So it has got temperature sensor, and on top of that, if you scroll through, you'll be able to see the sunrise, sunset, and the moon age data as well as part of this. So this watch, again, another cool thing that I missed about this one, this watch has got a titanium back. Yes, instead of the standard stainless steel that we get on most of the G-Shock watches, this one has got titanium back. Really cool looking. In fact, even when you touch it, you feel slightly different about this particular material. So it's really cool for this particular watch. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. So I'm just going to show you how it will look like. So if you look at this one, it's the MRG. The model that I'm talking about is the MRG-210T. So this is the 210 model. This is the box it comes with. You can see it's made of leather, and it's got a really nice touch to it. And when I open it, here you go, this is how the watch looks like. The backlight on this is still really bright. One of the cool things about this watch, it has got titanium bands, and the case itself is made of titanium, so premium materials. And on top of that, this has got a feature called data memory, so you can store phone numbers, your name, your blood type, lots of information which you can actually store into this particular watch. This is really a cool looking watch, and I've got a complete set of it, which means that it's really cool. I like this one a lot. Okay, so I'm going to put this aside now and move on to the next one. So for the next one, I need to scroll through again a few more pages, and we arrive at another really cool looking watch, which is the DW-100G. So this is also known as the Lungman. Guys, this watch is super cool. Why? Because just look at the design of it. Alright, the module is slightly turned towards to the right hand side. It's not really a straight looking model that we are used to. And then looking at the straps as well, a really cool design. It says Lungman over here. Same goes on the other side of the strap as well. The coolest thing about this watch back in 1999 already had something called pulse check. So pretty much you can put your finger on top of this and press this button here, and it's going to check your pulse and give you the readout of your pulse. And this was back in 1999, guys. So this is really a cool vintage G-Shock watch. If you look at the case back, even the case back design itself is slightly different to what we used to get. Back then G-Shock went all the way with the hassle to build such a specialized case back, and this is how the case back looks like on this watch. Alright, so this is the DW-100 Lungman. Okay, so I'm going to move on to the next one. Now we are actually coming to one of the watches. Actually, this is my favorite vintage G-Shock watch. So I'm going to let's find it in the book first. This one is going to be slightly earlier. Okay, all right. So this watch pretty much started way back in 1995, which is the DW-8110 series. So, and they started with DW-8100-1, 8100-3, and 8100-6. And they did not stop just over there. And if you actually flip the book over, you'll be able to see a lot more variations. So for this DW-8195, also known as the Crazy Gangsters, it had 9 variations. So there's 6 over here, 7, 8, 9. We'll come to that. And finally it was finished off with these 3 special edition models, 8110G, 8120, 1 and 6. Okay, let's go through one by one the watches that I have over here. So let me start with this one. So this is originally this was the DW-8195-1A3 model. Now if you're looking for this watch, for sure you're going to look, the watch that you're looking for will have something like a cracked bezel. And this particular watch that I have over here has got customized bezel. So this is a homemade bezel that I bought online, and this is how it looks like. Originally this watch came with this fabric material as part of the strap, and then when you turn it around, it has got leather back. So hence this one will actually very easily start breaking as you use them, and that's one of the reasons. I have another one I'll show you shortly. This cool looking watch, if I press the backlight, you'll be able to see it will say a few different words, said mega, and then if I press again, it will say something else, cool. So every time you press, it's going to scroll through different wordings, and it will show over here. And the backlight for this one, a lady sitting on the right hand side. That's for this particular model. Now if I move on to next one, this is something that this is the condition that you're probably going to find it. So this is in original condition. So the bezel is pretty sticky and it's already cracked at multiple places, and if you actually look at the straps itself, it's pretty much destroyed. So I haven't changed it yet. I just want to keep it in its original condition. This one is the DW-8110G model. So this one also functions the same way, just that the backlight is slightly different. The lady is on the left hand side on this particular watch. Yeah, that's it. So this is the DW-8195 series. I also want to quickly show you guys how a customized bezel will look like. When I bought it the last time, I actually got few additional pieces, because I know I'm going to look for more of these watches. So this one is in red, this one is in blue, slightly brighter blue, and this one a little bit more different. So it's like a battle scar on a yellow bumblebee kind of a theme. So I haven't tried any of these out, but I know it fits to my watches. Okay, so I'm going to move on to, again, I told you this is my most favorite series of the vintage watches, so it's only fair I show you a few more of these. This one, guys, is really cool. Alright, so this is the DW-8110G. This is literally in a mint condition. I was so lucky to find it in this particular condition. So this is no longer the crazy gangster, just says shock resist at the front over here. Now, although the watch looks the same, the function is slightly different. So when I press the light, you'll be able to see this one has got a coin toss kind of a game. So when I press it just now, it was the heads. Now it's the tail, and then if I press it again, another variation, it should say lost. Let's see. So tails again, heads. Okay, so it's the heads again. So this one again, the module is slightly different, look and feel wise, pretty much the same with the 8195 model. Just the module difference. And this one also looking really cool. I really like this one. Okay, so I'll move on to the last one of the watches, again in the same series. Bear with me on this one because this is my most favorite one, guys. So this is the DW-8120. Okay, again this one looks pretty much the same. This one why is it slightly different? If you can see, the bezel and also the straps are pretty much matched in terms of color. So this is the original condition how it comes with. Now what is the difference between this and the other two models that we just saw? Well, this one has got a slot game as part of the display. So as I press it, wow, I think, did I hit a jackpot on that? This one actually, you know, you can pretty much try your luck, and let's see how it goes. Nope, no luck over there. And it's got a backlight of a dollar note as well. So different module, but looks pretty much the same. So this series, the 81XX series, is one of my favorite ones that I have over here. I'm still hunting for rest of the watches in this list, and you know, every now and then I do find some, but either they are pretty much broken and they've lost all these decorative pieces, or the straps are really battered quite badly. So I wouldn't buy something like that. I would look for something that is more in a reasonable condition, which I can easily restock. So that is pretty much it, guys. So this is my most favorite vintage G-Shock watch. Do let me know in the comments what is your most favorite vintage G-Shock watch. I really like to know. And if any of you guys out there love this series, do let me know in the comments as well. We probably could get in touch and also compare some notes and pretty much, yeah, just have a conversation around it. That's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I just wanted to share with you some of my vintage watches that I have. That's it. So till next time, stay safe and I'll see you guys again in another G-Shock video really soon. See ya!